Okay, got that all set up. So, hello, my battalion and viewers, and welcome to the stream. I'm the Knight of Arcane, and I am going back to the Hazbin Hotel and Helluva boss fusions. I am choosing. Pretty much the plan going forward for these will be I will choose at least the ones that are done on stream. I do want to try to get back to at least maybe trying to do some off stream, and that will still be rolled. But I'm doing the ones that I'm choosing the ones for stream that I think or hope will get more, traction, views, and all that. Yeah, going into figuring out what I was planning for this week, there was the thought of, like, at least when it came to who the Hazbin character I was going to use, because I knew for sure I was going to do Fizzarolli, because again, I'm trying to get some that could maybe get me some views. Is appease the holy algorithm. And yes, I did think for a split second, like, maybe I wanted to do Pentius or Adam. But I chose Zestial because he has some interesting shapes, and he has some just interesting themes that I think could work well with Fizzarolli's fusion. So yeah, we're going, and we'll get into it. We have stuff for later today. Yep. Yeah, that's a good fizz. How fizz is that shaded? So let's see. Let's see. Start. Yeah, something in my throat. Yeah, we'll start with getting at least something in the eyes for now. Yeah, definitely one of those where you barely see them. Might I add some random parts from the pilot design? Maybe, but we are mainly focused on actual design. Yeah, seems about right. thinking no eyes, or maybe they'll have some up here. Maybe we'll make them smaller. Being interesting. Add some stuff to help make it creepy. I guess. Hello to, of course, everyone. I'm doing good. No. Do I know for sure what I will do yet for the hats? No. That's a future problem. Yeah, gotta figure out. Cause that's a combination of wanting to be both the playfulness of like just a gesture in general, and the dark seriousness of Zestial. Honestly, who knows how long this might take? This might not take super long. At some point, it is going to happen since they are both on the chart. Assuming I ever finish the chart. Yeah. How do I want to do these legs is a good question, very much. Okay, I'm gonna also need to resize the head, I'm gonna tell. Hello, Chelsea. I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, that stuff can probably might take longer. This could take longer, but again, it also depends on if I get to a part where I'm like just decide not to do it anymore. It is possible. Or just start doing ones that I think could be cool. Eh, possibly. Technically, like his legs are also robotic, right? So he could technically, stretch those already. I'm kind of wanting to go a little scarecrow like. Because there's definitely something about how Zestial looks that kind of can read Scarecrow in a way. Why did I decide to do this again? This is a question for. This is a multiple question and ask for myself. Let's see, he has like about. I'm gonna go out a little bit more so I can get more look like that. Almost. Still gotta figure out this, but I'm gonna do some body stuff. No, I'm not cheating by not showing his legs. Yeah, it's probably something about the patches and the jack o' lantern face that Dibsy Pops likes to use with her style. That you see with him. am I trying to figure out? Maybe I don't do this color. Yeah. Yeah, we'll still figure out the hat later, but we're just trying to... What if instead of like it's about here-ish, that, so about... I might bring back the collar. Let's put the cuffs here, but then let's make them even hands even longer. I'll add some here also, because of the times we do get to see Zestial things. Hello, Ark. I'm good. I know I said that weird, like I wasn't, but I am. Just definitely have parts where I'm like not entirely sure or why I chose this for stream. What if I do that on a new layer just to see how it goes? What am I trying again? I'm trying to see how I can possibly do his stupid spider. It's not stupid, I actually do like it looks. It's just... At one point, I definitely had an idea in my head. The idea's gone. And I might just put it on the actual chest to be easier. God, I'm almost thinking of Spider-Man now. Why'd I choose this? I might have to do some... this is partially why I'm probably not going to be doing them as much on stream, because I can't really think of ideas. Because sometimes I can't think or get to or think I can, but then draw blanks. By the time we got here, probably at least, I don't even think a full 20, so probably not much. Okay, YouTube, are you also going to be a bit of a... Yeah, YouTube might be... a bit weird again. Okay. Yeah. I'm kind of liking whatever I'm doing right now. How it's turning out. So... probably gonna need to double check some location related stuff soon. To go with the kind of... yeah, I'm gonna at least... that... I know some patches I'll add here and there. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that arc. Like, probably would think. I can see that. So, like, so let's get. I don't know. Can we get like Alex Brightman and whoever's the voice actor for Osmodius and Zestial? Also, just get like a. Can we get like a This Is Halloween cover with the Hazbin and Helluva Boss cast? Like an official one. I remember one time finding a fan one, but like, can we get like an official one? That'd be cool. Like, probably the Sins could. I don't think. I don't think Leviathan has any interest in Mammon in any form. Now let's go down a little bit while we try. But yeah, that I think that would be cool. Like a few years back, the Shoujo, one of the VTuber groups did a cover with the talent they had at the time. I might do like the other two times I've had to do hats. I think I might just do his broken horns. I have to look to see how those are supposed to look. And but okay. Okay, let's pull up the back up to here. Find more or less where his find one that does show his horns. I just have to pull up. Okay, to the wiki. Let's see. So, one here, that means they're about here-ish, so I'll have to do some work with yeah. It might not be exact same way how they're done, but it's to kind of get the general point, you'd say, and to kind of just look good. The hat will definitely have some of the stripes, though. I can see that arc. I know there's some old art that Vibsy drew of Charlie in Jack Skeleton's outfit, and then Vaggie was in Sally's outfit. So yeah, like Pumpkin King Lucifer works. do I want to do this? I guess I'm gonna move these up a bit. I have to do some changes with the hat. How about I also do this stuff with the hat on a different layer so I don't. I do at least like the horns. Yep. Yeah, I know that it does, but I thought it'd be more interesting. Plus the fact that, the sleep cap doesn't really work. It's either pretty much you have to either go one way or the other, I feel like. Either one hat or the other hat. Yeah. I mean, doing more streams is a smart thing to do in general. I could theoretically I could probably do like 5 to 6 streams a week and still also get videos out. Cuz a lot of times I do art right first thing in not more or less first thing in the morning, or at least very early in the morning. So I can usually get at least one piece done before lunch. And then it's right after lunch that I do, streams. It's just this week, especially because I'm waiting for the headphones to come in. That I'm for sure trying to at least do one every day. Who knows how tomorrow will go because other people's schedules. At most, I would prefer just to have at least 3 done a week. So I can still so I have even better chance of getting 2 or 3 videos out a week also. There's a little bit of a chin. Yeah, I think the ship between Zestial and Carmilla at least looks pretty good. At least a lot of the art looks good. But I'm gonna just put his freaking spider on here. Oh yeah, and then we're... We can add some parts of that later. Layer my own. And I'm just partially getting some... Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. Some other parts we'll have to figure out. What? Why do I still have this up? Maybe just because I haven't changed that yet. That's why. I'm assuming. Yeah, there is also a lot of that also with Carmel. Oh yeah, I don't like. There might be art of it of that ship that I might see and I might like, mainly because I just think it looks good as art. As a ship, not really in my sort of thing. I've seen a lot of ships for Carmilla, different ships for Carmilla. Zestial's, of course, up there. There's been a few. I've seen a few do it with Rosie, and then also some with Sierra. I'm just gonna go with. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna change the yeah. If I'm not as responsive, I don't. It could even at this point. It could be also something with OBS. I do probably need to do a quick update for it, but I. But right now it's saying that like there's like a. It's unable to connect to chat on OBS on the part where I can easily see it. In the actual stream, it's still showing up good. I don't think it's because of them both helping someone. I think there has been. I think there was a few jokes in some fan art involving inmates because like they are of stuff almost kind of mentorish. Necromancer, no one can stop. Tell you to try the dead I'm chase over crew now that's coming for you. I do think or have to agree that probably the most, I don't know if it'd be most popular or the very least one I've seen the most is Zestial and Carmilla. Huh? And X Carmilla for those two. And I do, and I can at least agree on one thing, that it's at least a good ship. And I feel like there's respect and appreciation between the two, so I will partially joke it's probably one of the only straight ships I have. Well, maybe not have, but the straight ship that I think is good. I'm also think I'm just rambling at this point in time. I'm not gonna do this. Maybe I will. It just won't be like that. Yeah, that'll work. I think it's possible for Carmilla from what we have seen. I just don't know yet for Zestial. I would say though, just because we do, see him being sweet and all with Carmilla, we also do see that sinners outright fear him. Though there's probably a reason. If proven possible, that'd be interesting. Like, we could be wrong, but I wouldn't bet. But I wouldn't bet on it. I think this is partially why I don't usually do 2 in a row, because I have yeah. He's probably like, I don't know. I've heard people at least theorize that he's the oldest overlord, so there's a reason why he has that fear. Yeah, Valentino is definitely the worst for obvious reasons that no one would agree or support. Fox is at very least some sort of manipulator, and Velvet kind of a bitch at best at the moment. Voice actor for Valentino still does a great job portraying him, but the character still sucks. Three favorite characters: Charlie, Vaggie, and I mean Emily is up there. That I can't agree on that. Nifty's also up there. And I guess I can just look over this thing for a quick general look. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna say Charlie, Vaggie, and I'm gonna go with Nifty. I still think Emily's cool. I want to know more, but I'm also, let's say for now, because of the fact that we only have pretty much one episode with her. Maybe put up Pentia. I don't know. Charlie and Vaggie is still going to be the easiest ones to say A to. Say yes to at the moment. And at least the next fusion and idea that I have for this week, which has been related. Probably not. Or at least the next one I am planning to do. At least I have an ideas for that one. And shouldn't be as hard to do. am still impressed of just how many outfits and hair designs though they have done for Velvet. That is impressive. Do I kind of wish that also for like some main characters, but a little bit, but you know. At least it makes sense if her character that this would happen. Yeah, but you know, getting to see her all, see more, get like an act, get a lot more. You need a little bit. Yep, at least two in that. Maybe a little more. I don't remember. It's been quick. It's been a hot moment. Yeah, I've heard of that rumor. Look is almost debatable. There's some similarities to them, but not like. I wouldn't really say in the looks department. One thought I do kind of have is since, you know, especially since one of the main people we are seeing possibly getting trying to get redeemed is Angel. Well, how would it work with, you know, his soul being, you know, owned still by Valentino? Would it if he does get redeemed, does that destroy his contract? Is he part of? Can he not be redeemed until he gets free of his contract? I don't know, just some random thoughts that I kind of actually hope it gets to be he talked about and becomes a plot point where like yeah he should be able to, why can't he? And it's like because his soul is owned by, Val. Can be a very interesting plot. Assuming that what he said was true, it seems like he did have a thing with. Also, might have had a thing with Eve. That's one of the theories I've seen, where Emily is the child of Lucifer and Eve. However, who knows how that will go yet. Yeah, it's probably the reason why he hasn't been redeemed yet. That he because of his contract. I don't think Lucifer is a cheating type. Serpentius, yeah, first sinner because redeemed because partially because of dying, but also did work to redeem himself. Yep. Oh yeah, it definitely is funny that it's a snake, especially because at the same time it's when Adam dies. So. I'll use it for the teeth. Going back also a little bit, I think one of the reasons why people also started shipping in Carmilla and Zestial is because when Velvet started like pretty much dissing Zestial, who Carmilla's like, "Bitch, I will murder you for that." It's an interesting way you can just decide to describe that. I mean, they are supposed to be sisters. I swear something said that about them being sisters. So, sisters tend to look alike. I'm just gonna put these on the side like that. And I mean, I may at least start with the. Using this gray. Technically, I shouldn't probably use a gray. Oh well, I can figure that out later. Him being I think I was at least surprised about him being redeemed. I think also a little bit about him being killed. Like, that was like possible that someone important would have died, but it was also like they were in the pilot. Granted, everyone at that point was in the pilot, excluding like Adam, Lutz, most, at least like on Team Hotel. So we can at least be like a little bit surprised, but even more so surprised when he like, oh, he's alive. Like, oh shit, he's alive? That's a cool design. Or colors, both. Yeah, it looks good. Him being with Eve, I don't think one automatically means that he cheated. Because he could also, besides the fact that one, he could also be lying. That is also highly possible. Because, like, after all, what's an easy way to rile up someone you hate? By claiming that you screwed their wife. I'm gonna put the pant ones on their own layer. Yeah, fair. Like, it makes somewhat sense. I don't know. I saw someone made a post recently where they want to see like Octavia and Fizz talk about how much they hate the robot Fizzes, and like, I kind of agree that I think I think that'd be really cool. Like, give Octavia some closure from like something she from her childhood, and then yeah. I'm thinking probably back there, and then we can make the inside of the teeth the radioactive highlighter color. I think there is a lot of interesting things already with that look. How long has it been? About an hour. I can sort of see that. That'd be kind of interesting. Though I'm more of just trying to imagine a heavenly, fluffy white bat character, or in general, for good reason. Yeah, exactly why I. It's why I like that post where they brought that up. Probably less powerful because they don't have any souls. If they still had souls, if they still had like the souls, then probably then they'd probably be more powerful than a normal overlord. I should probably choose some Fizzarolli colors. Maybe I'll change all the red to the pink. I think I have an idea. How about I try this on a different layer? That way, if I don't like it, I can. Well, still be. That would still be what I want. I'm gonna keep it like that. I'll grab this greenish color. I'm gonna use it here. Yeah, I like the black there for that. I'm just gonna figure out the different color for those tufts. Demon. Thank you, Gallenhound. There are parts I'm not, I guess, super thrilled on, but you know, maybe I'll look at it later and be like, yeah, no, this is good. That would that would be an interesting. That is an interesting theory. I don't think we'll ever see that. I just have a. That just feels like that's never going to be something they'll touch on. But I do agree that is a very interesting thought. Okay, need to go a little bit. Yeah, there's some color crap I'll need to do. I think that works. Oh yeah, like no, I agree. It does. It came out too much like Fizz. It is, I think, part of the reason why I'm losing a little bit of steam on these in general is even when I am the one that chooses them, it's hard to come up with the come up and figure out how to make them look like a good fusion. Like a good video that talks about how fusions tend to work is from the Ink Tank, where OR Ash is explaining like the different types. And he came up with 4 types. He came up with 4 types. One was like it's a fusion where it's more like just their color or aesthetic. Because in that example, since it's a Ben 10 channel, well, they used like when you put heat blasts is patterning and lava texture art on someone. There was that style. There's the Franken where like where it's like a Frankenstein monster. It's like Zubal's a good example. While it's not they're not a fusion, but they're a good example of like oh, we have all these different parts and you can tell what it is and tell where they're from. There was like one where it's like maybe you can see the parts, but then they're like kind of make their own thing. I know I need to try better to get all the ones that aren't certain ways. Oh wait, that's the pants. Pants don't have. There, there. Yeah, I'm gonna say no at least there. I'll try it on the top one up here, but probably not. We'll see. Might change my mind later. Sure. Okay, I'm just gonna do. I don't know. I'm just gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna guess how I'm doing. Say where the line ended. So, Octavian Zestial. That is the random fusion, and you have gotten. Yeah. Oh, God. I'll go with that. I'll do a multi. I'll do this blue. I'll just remember that. Uh, oh, something new came out from Daria? Go straight. I'll just go to descriptions. I can find that. Oh! Damn, I can't watch that until after the stream, though. wasn't it just last week though that she teased? It was like just last week she teased the, like the new animation. I guess the trailer. Yeah, like last week was like the little trailer thing involving Duke's dad writing the note and then also a speed paint. So like 100% after the stream watching this. No, I'm not ending the stream early. When the fuck did we lose that many frames? And we're probably almost done. Plus, because we're almost at the hour mark. We're I jokingly might just do it where like I'll do a reaction to it at the end. Like I'm not gonna put up the video, I'm not gonna put on the audio. You just get my reactions. Mainly I'm saying that because then I'm trying to make people for sure then watch it. Partially also so no one can see my. Where the heck are the? I'm trying to figure out what layer I put the horns on at this point. Good song that dies. It just reminds you of where you were. No, a good song never dies. Do hope to see Voltaire live someday. He's been up here before, so I know it's possible. I don't think she made it fast. I'm partially assume that she already had it ready and she decided just to have a little teaser a week before, which I feel is smart. Get some engagement leading up to, your newest release thing. I would, I need, I want to at some point animate. It's just, as everyone knows, animation is not easy. What the heck is this layer? Don't know, but I'm gonna use. Yeah. Like, no, I probably wouldn't do it. It even what I said of just like reacting but not showing anything. Don't think it's a good. Don't see any good reason to do that. So that's the layer I did the teeth on. Technically, yes. Okay, I like the idea, but I am just gonna stick to eyes and the clown cheeks. Yeah. I don't know. The garlic phone, doing the gartic phone animation could be cool in general. Do you ever see any of like the ones on Rubber Ross's channel that he's done with other artists? Like he's done like gartic phone, like character fusions and venomizing characters. Those were cool, along with some cool designs. Granted, I think they do it where it's like almost seems like unlimited time or like a lot of time. That's probably what that one layer was like. That was like, what's this layer? And boss level in like 2 hours is doing in a stream of supermarket together. I have stuff later in the day, so so I am contemplating if I'll go and even for a few moments. Yeah, that is one thing I can't say for sure because most of everyone else especially the other artists, both the other artists and even boss level, they have jobs and or school. I'm just unfortunately unemployed. The unfortunately comes with like a caveat slash note on the side, like I'm more happy like this than I was at my last job, but it can still be freaking annoying and that all these jobs are not hiring. That is one thing else. Like, can you do Gartic Phone on your phone? I've only done Gartic Phone like once or twice, so Guess right now I am probably just doing stuff to get to that 2 hours. Yeah, next stream is going to be the pretty much the last of the first four or Marvel Rivals Fall into Chaos. Are so who drawing has fallen to Zinch. The aim is tomorrow, but it all depends on, of course, stuff in life. If that changes. And then there's a fusion idea that I actually have, like, I had an idea how it was supposed to look like. So, probably be using that. Well, we can think on that. If if either I think it can do good or it gets rolled up at some point, Husk could be fused. How about we also, zoom out so we get like at least a good view of it. Right now, as we're just not doing much. And yeah, done. I'm just gonna. Probably should just end it here. Really. God, that's the phrasing does not sound good. And we are almost at the 2 hours. As OBS seems to be doing a little weird, and I really, really do want to watch that. And I'm not gonna just do the thing I kind of joked on. We're at a good stopping point, so yeah, they're gonna end it here. Hopefully, the next stream is tomorrow. If not, then Thursday. But I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, then leave a like and subscribe to join our growing little Arcane town to be in the know for future videos, updates, and streams. Anyways, thank you all for joining me today, and I'll see you all next time. Later.